What's good, everybody? It's According to Ale, and I wanted to kick off my podcast today talking about my week. And oh my God, something embarrassing happened to me. Okay, I went on a date. I went on a first date. Okay, it was on Wednesday, and I'm not even gonna name drop who this person is, whatever. But he's a very sweet guy, and we go on a date, and the date's really cute. We went up to Topgolf. After Topgolf, we we like walk around. It's just so cute, okay? It's just I went on a really cutesy little day, okay? And I'm over here putting out my stuff out there, but fuck it, whatever. So yeah, I go on a date and all of a sudden I'm like, let's chill. Like, let's just chill, watch a movie. So we go, sit in his living room, we're watching a movie. And as we're watching this movie, okay, and I like it because he's being a gentleman. Let me just put it out there. He's being such a gentleman, wasn't trying nothing, and I appreciate that. Cause some of y'all are sucio. But anyways, um, for those who don't know what sucio is, it's dirty. Anyways, so whatever. He's cute. I'm enjoying the night. I was like, okay, I really like this man's company. Really sweet, handsome guy, whatever. And as I'm watching the movie, I start to feel my stomach just like, and let me keep in mind, okay, let me add this in real quick. So throughout the day, all I had was Cane's for lunch. Okay. I know this is stupid, but just listen, just hang on, just hang in there. I had Cane's for lunch, which was around 1 o'clock. The date was probably around like 9:30. And he already ate. So I just felt rude for eating, even though I was starving. But like I don't know, I just felt rude because like he was hungry, whatever. Or wasn't hungry. And all I had was fries, okay? Because I was like, oh, can I just have fries? I'm trying to be cute, chill. And yeah, so I'm like, okay, so now back to going to the living room, right? To us watching the movie. So in my head, I'm like, why do I feel overly bloated? Like I felt like I was like 8 months pregnant, all right? I just felt so overly bloated. And I was like, damn, I feel kind of uncomfortable. And then towards the end of the movie, I like started to get like hot, like heat flashes, right? I was like, oh shit. So I'm like doing the like, whew, oh, I'm getting hot. It's hot here. Is it hot? I was like, oh shit. And then all of a sudden, I can just feel my body just go south. All right. And this is the first date, first time meeting this man. And then tell me why I start to panic. So I turn to him and I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go. Like he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I have work in the morning, like whatever. I was just saying anything at this point. And he's like, you can't stay like a little longer. I'm like, nah, I gotta go. I was just be like my whole face, like, bro, you can read my face when something's wrong. And oh, there's a pelo in my mouth. Anyways, so I like pop up, I get up hella fast. And all of a sudden, as I get up, sorry, okay, just what is it? Viewers' discretion is advised. Okay, beep. But guys, I got up and I felt like I had to vomit so bad, bro. Like it was right here. And I ran to the bathroom and I yacked hella bad in this man's bathroom. It was so embarrassing. I even turned on the faucet because I was like, I don't want him near me. So I turned on the faucet and I started yakking hella bad. Oh my God. But like my whole body like came out. It was terrible. And I'm like, holy shit. And then he knocks on the door. He's like, are you okay? And I'm like ready to like kill myself. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I was not fine. You just see the tears running down my face. Oh, I was not okay in that bathroom. And I hope he doesn't see this. This is embarrassing. This is like our first date. All right. So, anyways, and I enjoyed our first date. So I'm like, all right, first date ruined. I'm like, oh my God. So I get out the bathroom and you can tell like I just look sick. And he's like, are you okay? And I looked at him and I was like, you heard that, huh? And he was like, yeah, I did. It's okay. I hope you're okay. And I'm like, I gotta go. And he kept trying to like be sweet and like hug me, but I'm like, no, just don't look at me. I just gotta go. So anyway, but luckily, guys, I'm not jinxing nothing. But so far, he's still sweet. Everything's good. That day did not ruin anything. But holy shit, that was embarrassing. I've never had something like that happen to me before. I don't know if you guys ever thrown up on somebody or whatever. But if you have, leave it in the chat, the DMs. I will love to read those stories. Actually, yeah, guys, y'all got stories for me. I will read it I can't speak today. Anonymously, right, guys? Anonymously. But for real, like, hey, give me the chisme, give me the tea, cause damn. But anyways, that was my embarrassing story of the week. Okay, that's what happened first date. But maybe me vomiting makes him like me more. I don't know. Me being vulnerable. So whatever. Anyways, let me really kick off this episode for real. So I wanted, and I feel like I haven't really touched on it, and I should, right? Because it's getting to know me and like the Arizona scene, the Arizona life, and like I guess how I got into it. Low key, I kind of like I hate being like, oh, like I'm in the scene. I don't know. I think that's kind of corny, low key. But it's like if you get it, you get it. You feel me? Like you don't have to talk about it. You just know what it is, and you know what kind of people you're around, and you don't really speak on it. But I feel like this is something that people are always asking me, like, how are you here? How do you do this? You and your friends are this and this, and like crazy. And I'm just like, I don't know, like and I don't really think about it, but it's something that keeps getting like drawn to my attention by people and the little question box. So screw it. Your wish is my command. I'm gonna tell y'all how my life came about here in Arizona. So I guess we'll get into it. So my little life started when I got accepted into ASU. I'm an educated girly, yes. And so I came out here, and all right, no. Let me throttle it back. I got accepted into ASU. My mindset about ASU was I'm gonna be at the Tempe campus, which is the main campus, right? I'm gonna go there. It's gonna be this crazy freaking school with 200 students. My life's gonna be nuts. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna graduate. I am already as slow as a turtle as it is. I don't know how I'm gonna get through this, right? So I'm thinking I'm gonna go to crazy ass Tempe campus, okay? And they were like, no, you're gonna go to the West campus, which I don't know what that is. I'm thinking like, all right, it's probably on the other side of, I don't know what I thought, okay? I just thought it was all the same thing. I didn't know Arizona had like, what, 4 campuses? Fun fact. Anywho, so I get to Arizona and I'm like apartment hunting, and I was like, okay, it's in Glendale. Again, I don't know much. So I'm like, all right, Glendale. I didn't even know where it was at the time. Sorry. I don't think I'm being that specific, but long story short, I didn't know shit. Okay. So I'm house hunting. Me and my roommate at the time, we just picked this apartment right across the street from the school. It looked nice, whatever. It was not nice. We got catfished, but whatever. Anywho, so we, move in and we get ready for school. And when I got to the campus for the first time, I was like, oh my God, this is not what I expected. So I went to ASU West, which is in Glendale, not the main school in Tempe. So imagine like not a ghost town, but it literally felt like a mini private school, not that many kids, very small, but it's a beautiful campus. And I remember getting there like, damn, this is it. This is my ASU experience. Like, it's crazy. So I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Actually, I'm sorry. The reason why they sent me to that one is because I was on a scholarship. They gave me like a scholarship. So only reason why I went to ASU West in Glendale. So anyways, yeah. So I get there. I'm like, what? Like, what the hell? Like, where's the craziness? Where's the this? Where's the that? Whatever. So I was like in a shock. You feel me? And I get there and it literally felt like a private school, which God works in mysterious ways because he knew I could have never succeeded at the Tempe campus. Failed. Failed in a heartbeat. Over. I have an extension, what is it called? Like extension stand? What is it called? What is it called? Like, like you have a mindset of of a fish. What is it called? Like, and I graduated. Scary. But attention span of a goldfish when it comes to school. I have my whole life since I was in like kindergarten. So I would have failed. Anyways, so thank God ended up going to West because it was a little campus, like 9 students to a class. That's how small some of these classes were. So whatever. I liked that aspect, but I was a little like, damn it, I'm like, what, 21? Like, I'm trying to get lit out here. So anyways, freshly 21, cool, there. And then what was kind of hard for me was I wasn't making friends because this was kind of like the nerdy campus. It was like the nerdy campus, not that many students. Like, again, not lit. So I'm by myself pretty much, like me, but my roommate's busy with her stuff. I'm not making any friends. That was probably the hardest month out here was, yeah, that was like me first moving here, hardest month of my life. Hardest month of my life because I am so used to having friends. I'm so used to being out. I'm just such an outgoing person that me not having nothing to do, I literally was like, I even cried. I was like, I'm ready to go back home. Like I'm done. Like yeah, cool, I'm here for school, but it's like I feel like I have no social life, you know? It was terrible because I need one. Just who I am. And yeah, so that shit happened. And all of a sudden, like, oh my God, now that my mind is spinning, I can't even remember how I met this girl. So I met this girl and she was like, hey, do you want to come to this ASU basketball party with me in the Tempe campus? And I was like, yeah, like I'll go. So then I go with this girl and then I met, some of the ASU basketball players, whatever. And then eventually she introduced me to her friends. And then her friends were like, hey, let's go to Old Town Scottsdale, right? Good old Town. And I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, let's go. Like, screw it. Like, I'm down because I'm like, oh, yes, I'm finally making friends. I'm like, fuck yeah. Like I'm all happy and shit. So then we go and we go to Old Town. Cool. And as we're in Old Town, and I'm not gonna name drop, if whoever knows, but like, and they're still my homeboys, like they're still my friends. I see them like, like we'll all hang out once a blue moon, go out, whatever. And so, anyways, those two people are associated with an athlete in Arizona. I'm not gonna say who, but anyways, me and the girls were out, and as we're out, we see these two dudes in a section, and like we all look cute, whatever. They're like, hey, like they pointed at me, they're like, you come here. And then the girl's like, oh, like you know them? I'm like, nah. She's like, oh, okay, cool. So we sit with these two guys, and they were mad cool, hella sweet, whatever. And they're like, hey, vibe out with us, like, but that's how this stuff starts. It's like you meet the right people, and if you like keep associating yourself, like eventually, like you don't know, especially like if you're cool, like you don't know where shit can take you. You feel me? So, anyways, I remember kicking it with them, and they were hella cool, turned up. And then I know, oh God, I don't want to say it, but one of them is to somebody big out here, and that's how come like they are also in the scene as well, and they bring like their friends and their girls and all that into that realm. So this is my first time being like 21, 22, already getting invited to like celebrity parties and stuff because I met these two people, like these two guys. So, anyways, and I remember that same day that I met them, they took us like to this club and this club and this club. I'm like, what the fuck? Culture shock. I've never done something like that. And they just had access to everything. And I was like, holy shit, that's cool. At the time, I was like, damn, this is lit. And then I remember, uh, all right, I'll say Lil and then beep. Okay. So Lil had a private party here in Arizona. And one of the guys invited me. He's like, hey, do you want to go to you know, his party, his private party? And where I'm from, nobody does stuff like that. Like nobody goes to those things. Like again, I'm 21, just moved to Arizona, don't know shit. And I'm like, I'm little who? Like he's renting out this. I was like excited, you know? And I'll never forget when I went that I made sure I looked good. Like I was excited. I still don't really know that many girls. I still didn't really make that many friends at the time. But I was like, screw it, I'm gonna go. And I forgot who I went with. It was like one of the girls that I still was like getting to know. And I'll never, was it my girl Pearl? Did I go with Pearl? That's still my girl. I'm gonna say her name. But yeah, I remember like we got to the event, and I remember I was like, and this person is actually one of my favorite artists still to this day. I'm still like a big fan. I'll never fangirl, but still, and I met him and he was the nicest guy. But I'll never forget this was actually my first big celebrity that I ever got to meet. And it's someone that I enjoy listening to. So I'll never forget when I went to his private event. I'll never forget, like a little girl, like a little girl. I was standing there and he was making his rounds, saying hello, very sweet guy. and he stands next to me, and I couldn't really clearly see who like moved next to me because I was like talking. And I'll never forget I did the oh shit, like I did the oh shit, but you know you gotta keep it cool. You gotta keep it cool. You know you gotta be chill. And I'll never forget. It's my first time, so I'm like, oh my god. And then he saw me do the double take, and he was so kind to be like, "Hi, how are you? Are you having a good time?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm having a good time." Like I didn't know what to say, and I got so nervous because again, you know, I'm still young and all that stuff, and I was like, "Uh." It was nice meeting him. Like, I really like your chains. I don't know. I was just like, because I didn't know what to say. And he was really kind. And he was like, hey, are you going to my show tomorrow? Da 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 da. And I was like, not. And actually, my little sister was in town with her friends. And I was like, no, I'm not. But my little sister's going to your show. And he's like, hey, like, here's get my manager's number. Like, I would love for you guys to go. Like, you know. And I think it's because like I was being kind. I wasn't like all up on him and shit. I was being. You got to keep it cool, you know. He was so sweet. So yeah, I ended up going. Well, yes, I ended up connecting with his manager, and then but turns out one of the other girls I ended up being cool with. Oh my god, I remember who it was now. And I'm not gonna say her name because I haven't seen her in forever, but I still love her. She's from the Bay too, but she lived in Arizona. She's lived in Arizona. She's from the Bay. I'll never forget. That's who I think it was her and my girlfriend. I can't remember. This was so long ago, guys. This is literally when I first moved out here. So give me grace. Give me grace. Um, but yeah, and I remember homegirls like, no, like I know the manager, like just like we'll go together and we'll go with him. I was like, all right, lit. It worked out regardless. And yeah, so that was actually my first time ever being in the scene like that. And it was cool. And I do feel kind of dorky talking about it because it's like you feel me? Like normalized and shit. But like that's just it's true. Like that's dead ass my first like encounter, my first time. And like, yeah, and obviously my mindset to these things are different now, but it was cool. And I think it is cool, you know, and I think it's a blessing and not many people get to experience that or even being in the same room as people that they would look up to. So I'm blessed, I'm lucky, you know, and like luckily this journey of me being in Arizona has gotten me to meet more people, more connections, more friends. It's taught me a lot of things, shown me, unfortunately, it's shown me a lot of fucked up things too. A lot of good things, but a lot of fucked up things. Because there's some things that, you know, eventually as you kick it with certain people, you're like, holy shit. Like the grass isn't always green. And all these girls want to be like wags and like, you feel me? It's just, there's some things that's not cracked up to what it's to be. And even the people we look up to, I'm just like, damn, you too, you know, like it's just it sucks. And there's just some things I wish I didn't know. Cause the problem is I know too much. I know way too much, way too much. And if I ever dated a man that was in the scene, good luck. Like, you know, the show Good Luck Charlie, good luck, Charlie. Cause damn. Um, and maybe I'll save those stories for like another time. Cause damn, it's just is yeah, it's a lot. And I'm not trying to get blacklisted or nothing, so I gotta keep it cool. But yeah, I feel like that's how my little life started for those that have asked, you know. But yeah, it's cool and yeah, dude. And it's just it's lit. But also too, I will say, like, even with like my job and like the people that I've met, you know, you just you're around it. I don't know. But it's cool. It's lit. It's lit out here. All right. So yeah, so that's pretty much my little I don't know, guys. I feel like that's pretty much how I pretty much got started with everything and like the private events. And then eventually you just know people and meet people and yada yada. And then I meet my friends that are in the same thing. And all my friends are in the same scene. So like it's just like a ladder type deal. So it's pretty much who you know, really, for those that are like, how did you? It's literally just dead ass who you know. You know, just keep it cool, be cool. Don't be weird. Don't be a weirdo. Don't be telling everybody names and shit. Don't be name dropping because people like think it's cool, but it's kind of weird. And yeah, so that's a little bit. I'll try to throw more stuff throughout episodes, like more like, you know, but that's pretty much it so far. Ooh, and then I did a question box. So obviously that was one. And another girl that's also I she's in the same scene as me, and she's so pretty. I love her. This girl's hella cool. And she left me a question. Or not a question, but she like wanted me to touch on this. She said how people pay a price to stay in the scene. You have to be fake, you have to keep your mouth shut, and you have to play your role. It's like an unspoken rule, which is it's crazy. And I'm gonna go back to what I was saying is like it's tough because you see a lot of things that, for example, like it's true, like they'll paint like a beautiful picture on TV. Like let's say this celebrity and this celebrity, they're a beautiful couple, but then we see homeboy literally having a threesome with like two thotties out here, like going crazy, but yet he's in love, you know, and you just see a lot. But the rule is like you don't speak on it, you don't say nothing, you don't you can't, you know, because eventually it's like if you were to speak on it, you're gonna get blacklisted point blank. Like they're not gonna trust you, like and it's sad that it's that way. It's sad that you have to like be cool with some things that you're not, or like even with girls too. Like it's just shitty because sometimes like men give some of these little like girls like that little power trip. So now they feel like they can act some type of way. And if you have beef with her, like you won't get invited to certain things. It's just so stupid. I think it's dumb how like it doesn't help that sometimes even these girls like feed into it and use that as a power trip because they're cool with somebody. And if they're not cool with you, you're not cool with them. It's just like a whole like ladder, if that makes sense. Does it make sense to you guys? I'm like, am I making sense? I feel like if you get it, you get it, But I per se won't say I'm not fake. If I don't like you, I just won't kick it with you or be like associate with you. But I do believe in like respect. And it's like, even if I don't like you, I'll still like be nice and I'll still like, hello, how are you? Keep it pushing. But it's true, like a lot of these girls are like really fake or will really like go in on you or harsh to impress the next person or be cool in front of this person. And it's weird. And that's just the only shitty part about Arizona is that I feel like everybody wants what you have. Like let's say I have connections, I have designer, I have this, I have that, right? Stupid. These girls want to be your friends because they see you're getting flown out all the time. They see who you're around all the time. They see what you have. And it's just so fake because it's like, what's genuine? Like, do you really fuck with me? You actually think I'm cool, or you like what I do, or you like what I have? And that's what makes Arizona so toxic. Because even when it comes to men too, I'm gonna defend men on this because it's like these men these athletes, these rappers, these this, these that, like even the ones that are truly genuine, I feel kind of bad for them. Some of them deserve it. But there's the few that it's like, damn, this girl only wants to like be cool with you because of what you have and what you got. But the minute you're broke or you get injured or let's say your contract, something happened, they drop you like it's hot. But that's the sad reality of this life. It's fun until it's not. And that's where you have to really watch yourself and be true to who you are and be kind. And that's why I don't give a fuck. And this is where I'm gonna be serious. I'm nice to everybody. I treat everybody with respect because you never know. You never know. And even if someone like say like isn't famous or wealthy or whatever anymore, I don't give a fuck because I was true to you when I met you and I'm gonna always be kind. And that's my advice to you guys, like treat everybody with respect. Treat everybody kind, everyone with respect, and like it doesn't matter if they have this or they don't. Like just, just be a good fucking person. Because everyone here just always wants something, and it's like, damn, you just don't want like stability. You don't want a relationship with people. Like it's always just like, what can you give me? What can you provide me? What can you do? What can this girl do for me? Oh, this girl can get me into that party. Ooh, I'm gonna be this girl's friend. It's fake. Like get it, like just be yourself, just be a nice person. You can get that yourself. Like you can be around these people yourself, be invited yourself, just be yourself, be nice, just be a good person. Because some of these people just need good company around, good genuine hearts around, not this fake bullshit. So it's tough. Again, I know I'm repeating myself at this point. It is tough out here, but that's why you just gotta be careful. You can't trust everybody, And this goes to men, women, all of it. And honestly, what you guys see on TV and what you see on the tabloids, what you see on the news, what you see, sometimes it's just not the reality. And like these things that we really want aren't as glamorous as it seems. And there's gonna be things that you don't realize that some of these people had to do to get there. And it's actually kind of disheartening. So don't be hard on yourself if you don't have it now or want to live that dream. Just, work hard and you'll get there, and just be a kind person. I hope all this shit is making sense, right? But yeah, so that's all I have to say to that. Really, yeah, keep your mouth shut. Yeah. It's tough because I have to be quiet. You can't say nothing. So I don't know. It's crazy out here. But yeah, today's a short episode. How many minutes has it been? Like, I can't even. I don't even know.
I texted you a question.
You texted me a question? Sorry, my phone's on D&D. What? Okay, now beep. Wait. Wait, sorry. I thought that was my last question. I'm so sorry. Okay. I have another question. Wait. It says, what's the coolest party you've been to and why, or most memorable and why? Ooh, I didn't think about this one. Oh shit. Ooh. 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 That's a great question. I think, okay, I'm gonna speak on the most recent one. Yeah. So my most recent, I feel like, party I've been to, and I'm not gonna say names, but it's this NBA player. He flew out like a bunch of people, and this girl was like, "Hey, do you want to go to so and so's party?" I was like, "Yeah, let's go." And we got first class to Vegas, stayed at like this nice hotel, and yeah, like this person rented out like Toka. It was crazy. Like filled with people. It was honestly like so dope. And it was my first time going to Vegas too, by the way. It was like my first time going to Vegas after, because I was in a relationship and he was psycho and didn't let me go anywhere. So, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to Vegas for the first time. So it was cool. Flown out to Vegas, partied, rented out Toka. Sorry, I already said that. Yeah. Vegas. It was Toka, party bus, Dre's, after hours, and then less than 24 hours. Literally, this is all less than 24 hours. We took another JSX to LA, continued the night, and it was fucking nuts. I was drained. And everyone and their mother was there. Like a bunch of like celebrities were at this event. Like a lot of like rappers. One of them was in my story time today. So he was one of them that was there. And it was dope. Like it was just like fun and everyone was just having a good time, like good energy, good people. And that was probably one of the dopest things I've like parties, because it was like nonstop crazy. First time in Vegas. And my first time in Vegas was like here, you feel me? Like it was started off pretty high. So next time I go to Vegas, I'm scared because it started off pretty lit, you feel me? So, but yeah, honestly, that was probably one of the coolest parties, because that's a party, it's just like a nonstop party. Yeah, it was fun. So, but that's a little bit about my life and a little bit about the Arizona scene. And I'm gonna just put out there, I hope I don't offend anybody. Like, I hope nobody takes this to heart. And I didn't say no name, so nobody come for me. If you let the shoe fit, you let the shoe fit. I'm just saying. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, I'm brainstorming. Hopefully this next episode's juicy, but we'll see. But anyways, till next time.